Alright guys, we have reached level 75, so I thought it was time for a in-game build guide, which I am going to call the Debuff Hunter or the Debuff Ranger or the Cut Ranger, whatever you want to choose to call it. I'm calling it the Debuff Ranger or the Debuff Hunter because that's what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna explain how it works. So let's get straight into the Zodiacs. Alright, let's go through the Zodiacs and stat points. As you can see here with the stat points, I have them pretty much almost the same. Not the same, but almost the same. You can put them all into dexterity if you want. I prefer to have it a bit balanced because I also have armor gloves on me, so I even require like 120, 130 strength to even wear them because they are the best gloves I have. But I would probably have like 100 here and the rest here if you don't have armor gloves, that is. Anyway, for the actual Zodiacs, we are going a very simple build, just like this. I will not go through them and talk through them too much. I will just show them to you, so this Zodiac point doesn't take way too long. Because that would be amazingly long. But basically it's a very simple build that everyone is using. So we're going acceleration and specialization for movement speed. And we're gonna go over here then. We go as much attack speed as we can in this build, by the way. So we go as much attack speed as we can. And then when we open this up, we go over here. And this is an important part one. Damage against elites. We really want that one. It's really good. And when we have opened that up, we're gonna go into here. And as soon as you can, you should get this. Pierce count +1. Pierce count +1 is the most OP talent in this whole Zodiac. It makes your attacks pierce everything on your screen. So if you don't have this, your projectiles, right, they don't go through everything. So they stop when they hit something. But now they go through everything. So as soon as you can, you should get this and get the overpower right here for more armor penetration. And when you're getting those, you're probably gonna be down here. And you should get all these, because these are really strong. And instead of doing these, because these were for science for me, you should skip these. They do nothing good for you. Nothing good. You should just go in here. And instead of those 3 points, you put 1 point there for more movement speed and 2 points here. So you get more and more damage and so on. And then when you're done with those and you're level 70, you go into here where the build actually starts. Basically, this build cannot start at before level 75, but the build is the same up to level from level 1 to level 75. The build is the same, so you can still use every single talent up until then you can use, especially the pierce one here. And what this means is you get 25% chance on hit to do a debuff for 4 seconds that does 10% movement speed dampening and 8% bleed damage amplifications to the mobs. So this is not on you, it is on the mobs. Basically the 10% movement speed dampening feels like 50%. It feels very strong. And it's the best defensive you can get, and that is why I got it. Because you're gonna be very squishy as a ranger, and that is the best defense you can have, basically. Because you're gonna have just all damage. And this 10% movement speed dampening is actually the best defense you can have. And that is the Zodiacs for now. I'm probably gonna move these Zodiacs into, we have still 4 more points, so they're probably going to projectile count and into sniper right here. And that's... Alright, for my main skills, I'm using spread shot for the clear speed, basically the AoE of my build, and for the single target, I'm using rapid shot. And as for the link runes, you should be using stuff that gives you projectile damage, or attack damage, or projectile speed, and attack speed even. As you can see here, we're using... But the most important one is multi-shot, because it gives you more projectiles, and by default just gives you more damage. And it's very strong when you level it up too, because it gives projectile damage plus 40% right here. And yeah, it is... Just keep that in mind, like, don't level 100 link runes, just level a few, like this. And you will have so much more damage than if you level 20 link runes. Just level like 5, 6, 7 maybe. And so, that's our main skills right here. This is clear speed and single target speed. And when we go over to what also helps us, we have 3 buffs out. 3 buffs that will help us with more damage. Marksman is 1, it amplifies your damage and gives you even more PS count, which gives more damage because of the Zodiac. And then we have Shout of Provocation, which gives us way more damage as well for 3 seconds, and it's just pure damage. We also have this Enduring Pain, which is the absolute best one, which gives us 50% more damage for 5 seconds, but also gives us armor stacks. And if it's blue, it enhances the skill rune effect by 100%, which means, I don't know, but it seems to me it means 100% more damage, which is crazy. So that is basically the build we're running right now. So as you can see here, this is for clear speed when we are doing maps. And this is single target when we're doing maps. So yeah, let's talk about the gear. It is very simple. It's basically like damage. If we start with the bow, you can see here we have damage properties, but the best one here is the damage against debuffed enemies. So we do 115% extra damage against cut enemies, and we have cut on them all the time because of the Zodiac, right? You remember the 25% cut chance. So this is a very strong bow. It also has a high attack speed, as you can see here. Speed 1.5 because of the tier 8 speed roll and so on. It is a very strong bow, and I would suggest you get debuff damage as well, and attack speed and so on for your bow. And for the quiver, we are doing the same here. We have damage against debuffed enemies. This is not required though. I have this in here that is even better. Basically, I gain 2.5k speed, or 2.5k damage, excuse me. And even if this has 62% more damage against debuffed enemies, this one is going to be more effective. So basically, you don't need the damage against debuffed enemies. It's just a nice thing to have because it's like it adds 1 extra attack modifier for you. So basically, you can get 1 extra modifier that is good for you, but you don't need that modifier. But it is there if you want it, right? So it is not needed, but it's there if you want it. Because the debuff is going to be there either way, and that's the most important part. For your helmets, just go with resist and HP. It's very simple. As for the same for your shoulders, resist, HP, dodge rate. And same for your chest right here. I'm going with kill XP on this one rather than everything else. I don't care about anything else right now than kill XP because I want the XP from grinding, and I'm surviving without the HP, the dodge rate and so on. So if you're surviving without dodge rate, without resists, without HP, you should definitely go with kill XP on your gear. And for your gloves, or for my gloves, as you can see here, I have 3 damage properties that are very well rolled and they give me a lot of damage. And for the boots right here, I'm using the Gale Claw because of the movement speed. I would definitely recommend these to anyone playing a ranger. You will gain like 10% more movement speed than you usually would from your normal boots. I do recommend at least 25% movement speed on any of your boots. If you have less than 25% movement speed on your boots, you should probably start re-rolling and get 25% or more movement speed on your boots, because that survivability you're getting from being faster than the mobs is better than most of your defensives. It's better than HP, it's better than resist, it's better than dodge. Movement speed is your best defensive, and that's just how it is. For your jewelry, right, you should just get as much damage properties as you can. As you can see here, I have 2 damage properties on this. I wish I could have 3. I have 3, but I don't use poison damage, right? But 2 is enough to be a really good one. And we have also these rings that drops from level 73, but you should have the lesser version. And you should definitely get some attack speed on them and physical damage, and just get as much properties on them as you can, the attack properties. And the same with the belt, is just as the other things that is not jewelry or weapons, you want HP and resists. Thank you so much for watching this endgame guide. Yeah, if you want to, you can follow me up there on Twitch, but you can also subscribe to me on this YouTube. That would be very much appreciated. I stream every day, and here next I'm actually going to level this one, my melee character, speed run through on my stream, and also do a leveling guide for next week before actual Lost Ark. Lost Ark coming up next week as well. But until then, please follow and subscribe and watch this Chaos level 7 map that I clear in 3 minutes. Have a good one.